My mom died almost a year ago now, and sometimes I get these angry feelings at myself of why didn't I just spend more time with her in the past 9 years? Yes, we saw each other every, let's say on average 2 years for a week or so, but not more than that. And then I just get this angry feeling at myself and I think, what if I had just spent more time with her? What if I had just been over here more? What if I had just not moved away? What if? And I know how incredibly excruciating those thoughts are because, first of all, they lead nowhere. They do nothing except for making you angry at yourself. And secondly, they're not going to change what happened. My mom died of a heart attack, so there was no big what ifs and could have been different because no matter where she would have been, it is what would have happened. But I can imagine that if you have somebody who dies, let's say in a car accident, because the other driver was on their phone. Or for example, and this is so horrible, but let's take the Sydney stabbing, for example, that happened a few weeks back where a guy randomly runs into a shopping center and just stabs 6 people to death. Now, these 6 people, their family, must just have these constant thoughts of, what if I had called them and told them to go to the shop? What if I had said to them, hey, come home, I need you here? What if they'd never gone into the shopping center in the first place? What if they hadn't bought that specific thing? What if they had gone to a different store and so forth? There are so many what ifs that come with specific deaths. And no, I cannot understand 100% how it is because it is different in my case. But what I can tell you is that these what ifs are like poison. They're like poison for your body, they're like poison for your mind, and they're probably like poison for most people around you because you're constantly stuck in a mindset that is trying to change something that you cannot change. And we know that unfortunately, while so many things in life are possible, that unfortunately is not possible. Because when somebody passes away, you cannot reverse it. No matter how hard you try, it is not going to work. And so we kind of have to really work on leaving the what ifs behind. And of course, there are also the things that we could have said and done differently. So not only are there the what ifs of how the death happened, but you also have the what if I had only done something different and said different things and all those possible scenarios that could have gone differently that we would like to reverse so badly. But the problem is that we cannot. And so to really work on not letting these what ifs take over our life is, I know, an incredibly tough challenge, but I also know is a really necessary challenge for our life to be able to be happy and really live in a healthy way again. And I know that this phrase, it is what it is so incredibly stupid and annoying, especially if somebody tells you this in the beginning when somebody just passed away. But at the end of the day, it is true. And unfortunately, it is what it is. So to constantly break over it again and again and again, which is what we're doing with these what ifs and could have and should have and would have thoughts, they are really going to take over your life. And we don't want that to happen because one life lost is already enough. Don't make your life here on this planet another one that is lost while being alive. One of the best ways you can do this is by forcing yourself to focus on the present moment. This, I know, is so much easier said than done, so incredibly tough, but really focusing on the moment now and realizing what you have now and who's still here now and who loves you and who's with you and all the things that you can do, that is what you should be focusing on. Because the more you focus on the present moment, if you think about it, if in every second you are here in this moment, like right now I am recording, there's no way for me to think about what happened then or what is going to happen or anything that is unrelated to the present moment, which is what we should do in any case, right? Everybody should live like that because focusing on the present moment is the one thing that really matters, because it is the one thing, the only thing right now that is sure in your life. And one of the best ways to be able to focus on the present moment is meditating. I have talked about this in so many videos, I think, at this stage, but it is really so incredibly helpful. This morning, for example, because I've really slacked off with my meditation after my mum died, and since then I've been struggling to get it back on a daily routine. But when I do it, I've realized my mind is everywhere. I reckon today, for the first 4 minutes of my meditation, I have no idea what the person said because I was just there and there and there and there and there and there. We're constantly somewhere else with our mind, and meditating on a regular basis really, really helps with that because it brings back that focus that, okay, I can be here in the moment and actually everything is okay right this second. And this is not me saying that we should never grieve and never be sad, but I think those possible scenarios that we create in our mind, they are really, really unhealthy. And instead, what we should do is focus on the fact that the time that we did have with that person, that is worth gold. And at least we had those times. I've said this in another video before with my mom. Thank goodness I had 27 years with her. I am so incredibly grateful and blessed, and everything that I've learned from her, it's going to affect the rest of my life. It is going to affect my children. It affects everyone that is in my surroundings, my family, my friends, everyone that I love. I love exactly the way I do because of how she taught me to. And so I think it is so incredibly important that we take our time, and instead of thinking, what if things were differently, we say, thank you for this time that we did have together. And thank you that I had the opportunity to have this special person in my life for however long that was. It doesn't really matter, right? But at least we had them for a little while, and that is what we should be focusing on. And of course, one of the most important lessons that we can take away from this is to not ever let there any be more what ifs that we can influence. If there's things like, I should have said this, I should have done this, I should have showed them more love, I should have said more I love yous and thank yous and all of this, then do not let there be any more of those what ifs. Instead, focus on living a life that is filled with love, joy, and so much meaning. And if you need a little more motivation on this, then check out this video I posted last week, because it is going to give you that motivation boost for life that you need right now.